Everyone teaches you how to choose a dress, how to plan a perfect ceremony, how to smile for the photos that will live forever on the walls of your home. Yet almost no one prepares you for the quiet, unglamorous truth that marriage is not a single day of celebration, but an entire lifetime of revealing truths. It unfolds slowly through shared history, unexpected storms, and intimate discoveries that no romantic film has ever explained in full. Women often enter marriage with tenderness in their hearts, believing love alone will guide them. But the reality is that love is only the beginning. What keeps a marriage alive is your ability to face truths that are far more human, far more challenging, and far more beautiful than any fantasy. The first truth is that you are never marrying only one person. You're stepping into an existing constellation of relationships that shaped your partner long before you arrived. His parents, with their spoken and unspoken expectations, his siblings, whose presence will fill holidays and family gatherings, the rituals he grew up with, the beliefs he absorbed without questioning, the emotional habits he learned in the home that formed him. Many women only realize after the wedding that they must now navigate a reality in which his family's influence is woven into daily life. Research consistently shows that relationships with in-laws can deeply affect marital satisfaction, especially for women. It is not a stereotype. It is psychological truth. Boundaries become the silent architecture of the marriage. If they are strong and respectful, the relationship feels safe. If they are unclear or inconsistent, tension grows like an unwelcome shadow. There will be moments when you must protect your peace, moments where you must gracefully decline involvement in dynamics that existed long before you appeared. And through all of this, you will learn that you are not marrying a man as he appears in isolation. You are marrying his entire emotional ecosystem. The second truth is that your partner will not remain the same person across the decades. The man you fall in love with in your 20s will not be the same man you wake up next to in your 40s. Life reshapes people in ways subtle and profound. Careers shift. Bodies age. Desires change. Unresolved wounds rise to the surface. Curiosities bloom. Some seasons will bring growth you celebrate. Others will bring distance that challenges you. You will witness him expand in some directions and contract in others. And he will witness the same transformations in you. The couples who survive are not the ones who freeze each other in idealized forms. They are the ones who keep choosing each new version of the person they married, even when that version is unfamiliar. Flexibility becomes an act of love. Patience becomes a form of devotion. You learn to soften into evolution instead of clinging to the past. The third truth is that life will test your union far more deeply than romance ever prepared you for. No matter how strong your connection feels, reality will introduce moments that strip everything down to the core. Job loss that shakes a household. Illness that demands loyalty and resilience. Unexpected grief that rearranges the emotional landscape. Mental health struggles that neither of you imagined. Financial pressure that sharpens every vulnerability. These storms do not ask if you are ready. They arrive when they choose. And in those moments, marriage becomes something far more sacred than comfort. It becomes endurance. It becomes compassion. It becomes a shared vow to walk through darkness together, even when the path is unclear. Romance may start a relationship, but resilience sustains it. The fourth truth is one that many couples overlook. A woman's body and mind go through extraordinary changes during and after pregnancy. These changes can temporarily or permanently reshape her emotional patterns, her physical desires, her energy, and her sense of identity. Modern research is unequivocal. Most couples report a dip in relationship satisfaction during the first postpartum year. Now, this shift is not a sign of incompatibility. It is a natural response to profound hormonal transformation. Estrogen, progesterone, and cortisol can fluctuate to levels comparable to serious medical conditions. These shifts affect mood, intimacy, and emotional regulation. The woman you are during pregnancy and the woman you are after giving birth may feel like different versions of yourself. And your partner must understand that these changes are not choices. They are biological revolutions. A healthy marriage requires patience, communication, and a willingness to rediscover each other with tenderness instead of expectation. The fifth truth is that children, while beautiful and deeply meaningful, introduce tensions that test even the strongest relationships. You may adore your children with every fiber of your being, yet still feel the strain on your marriage. This is not failure. It is the reality of limited time, limited energy, and the immense responsibility of shaping new lives. Sleepless nights? Differing parenting styles? Arguments about routines or discipline? The disappearance of couple identity? And the relentless pace of daily tasks can turn affection into exhaustion. Couples without children often experience gradual shifts in satisfaction. Couples with children often experience sudden and dramatic change. Children do not fix struggling marriages. They magnify what is already there. Yet strong foundations, built before parenthood, can carry a couple through these demanding years. The sixth truth is tender and difficult. You will see your partner at their absolute worst. Not just on stressful days, but in moments where their deepest insecurities, fears, and emotional defenses rise to the surface. Marriage is the closest mirror people can hold up to each other. It reflects everything beautiful and everything messy. Every person has a shadow side shaped by childhood wounds, unspoken fears, and survival patterns. In long-term partnership, these shadows eventually come forward, and your own shadow will appear too. The moments that disappoint you, the words spoken in frustration, the reactions that feel out of character, all of these are part of the human experience. Love becomes more grounded when you can look at another person in their most vulnerable imperfection and still choose empathy over judgment. The seventh truth is that money will challenge your marriage, regardless of how much you earn. Money carries emotional weight. Childhood experiences with scarcity or abundance shape your comfort levels, your fears, and your priorities. Two people rarely share identical financial mindsets. One may prefer security through saving. The other may find joy in experiences that require spending. One may tolerate risk. The other may avoid it entirely. Financial stress does not simply affect your bank account. It affects the atmosphere of the home. Arguments may erupt around purchases, income fluctuations, debt, or long-term plans. These moments require maturity and transparency. The couples who thrive learn to treat money as a shared responsibility, not a battlefield. The eighth truth is that your intimate life will evolve in seasons. Desire is not a constant flame. It rises and falls with stress, health, hormones, familiarity, and the sheer demands of daily life. There may be months when intimacy feels effortless, and months when it requires intention. There may be mismatched levels of desire, or periods where sex feels like one more thing to fit into an overwhelmed schedule. None of this means your marriage is failing. It means your marriage is human. A long-term relationship asks you to cultivate attraction with presence, curiosity, and care, even when the natural spark dims. The ninth truth is one that surprises many people. At some point in your marriage, you will question your choice. You may look at your partner and feel frustration where you once felt fascination. You may imagine alternative lives. You may wonder who you would be if you had remained single or chosen differently. This is not evidence that you chose the wrong person. It is evidence that you are alive, aware, and evolving. The mind sometimes exaggerates other possibilities when routine becomes heavy or when flaws feel more visible than virtues. These thoughts pass when you recognize them as temporary reflections of stress rather than signs of incompatibility. The 10th truth is that marriage, like anything valuable, requires deliberate care. Your career demands your effort. Your health demands your discipline. Your friendships demand your presence. Your relationship is no different. The couples who flourish are not the ones who avoid conflict or coast on romance. They are the ones who engage in regular emotional maintenance. They schedule time together with intention. They express appreciation even in ordinary moments. They discuss challenges instead of avoiding them. They choose each other repeatedly, not just in the bright seasons, but also in the dim ones. All these truths share a single message. Successful marriage is not about maintaining a fantasy. It is about developing the emotional intelligence to meet reality with openness and grace. It is about building a partnership strong enough to withstand change, challenge, and growth. The beauty of marriage is not found in perfection. It is found in two imperfect people who continue to choose each other with humility, curiosity, and devotion. When a woman understands these truths before she enters marriage, she steps into her future with eyes open and heart steady. She no longer confuses normal difficulties with incompatibility. She recognizes that the strength of her union depends on the quiet choices made every day. and she understands that love is not something that simply happens to her. It is something she chooses to nurture, to protect, and to deepen. If you ever choose marriage, or if you are already in one, may these truths guide you toward a partnership that is not merely romantic but resilient, fulfilling, and profoundly real.